Good morning, everyone. This is the first time that I'm driving a Haval, and the car has been with me for at least a day and a half. And I have to be honest, guys, I'm super impressed with the car. Like, seriously, it's so beautiful. So you know what, guys? Let's start.
And let's start with the most important thing, the price. The Haval H6 is selling at 89,900 dirhams, including tax, and it comes with a 5 years warranty or 100,000 kilometers. And guess what? They're throwing a service contract for 3 years. But now, let's find out what we get with this offer. And I think by now you all know, if you want to know everything about the Haval H6 and all the other models coming from the same company, all you have to do is go to YallaMotor's website and you can check it out and check all the information you need.
One of the first things that you would realize with the Haval, it's beauty. I mean, it's so beautiful, it's so futuristic, and just gives you that modern look. I don't know, it just follows the trend of the auto industry these days. And yeah, let me show you more. Come. The first thing that you would see in the car is the chrome lines. I mean, it's so beautiful. They just did it like all over the car, on the sides, on the front, on the grille over here. And especially the grille, it has this really nice 3D effect. And of course, the front lights. They're both LEDs. They're so beautiful. And you have the effect. I don't know, there's something inside here. It's the same effect as the grille. It's like a 3D effect. And of course, the fog lights. I mean, we got used with all the cars these days. They're always halogen lights, but this is LED. So this is super nice. And lastly, the chrome lining is just all over the car, on the sides here, on the skirts, and on the window lines, from the front till the back.
And we have a full chrome line that stretches across the back of the car. And guess what? This red line here is an actual light that lights a beam of light on the back at night, which again follows the trend of especially German cars these days. We have the Haval name spelled in the back like this in huge big letters. I don't know, I feel like if they made them a bit smaller it would have been nicer, but again, what do you think? One of the most important things that makes the H6 stand out, especially here in our market, that it's gonna be the first Chinese SUV with 4-wheel drive. Yes, it pushes power to all wheels. What's JWM, you say? It's Great Wall Motors. Yes, Great Wall. I don't know if you've seen those pickups that have Great Wall in the back. Haval is part of that group, Great Wall Motors, which is one of the biggest automotive groups in China. And there's no tailpipes in the back. I'd rather have them, but again, Haval at least didn't give us any fake ones in the back, which I respect. And finally, you get 19-inch alloy wheels, standard on the Haval H6.
And the boot is electronic, so press of a button here. So the boot space here is 600 liters and it's considered one of the biggest in its category. This is amazing. So if you went to the groceries and you have some stuff here where you just don't want the sun to hit it, so you have a sun cover over here, you just pull it like that, you just put it in the holes. And if you have an electronic device in the boot and you want to charge it, you're good to go with this plug over here. And again, you have 14 sensors around the car. The engine, it's a 2-liter turbocharged, producing around 197 horsepower and 315 Newton meter for the torque. And the most important thing is it's a 4-wheel drive. And the transmission is a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. Once in the car, the first thing that you're gonna realize is the leather on the seats. So there's the beige, there's the black one. And what I love the most is there's like a white stitching on it and there's like a certain design contour, which is really beautiful. And of course we have the center console over here. The same thing, you have the leather on it and you have the white stitching with a really nice, again, contour. Not only that, the dashboard too, beige. So It just follows the same concept as the seats, beige and black. So here it's beige and with the white stitching. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of the Lexus interior, but it's really beautiful. Something else too, the gear knob over here, I really love it. Reminds me a little bit of the Range Rover, but I like the chrome design of it. And yeah, it's just super nice. The whole car is just super nice. Let's finish with the doors. Of course, we have the beige leather over here and the white stitching again, the buttons, the controls over here, the speakers. And look guys, I'm not praising Haval. I mean, because it's my first time driving a Haval, which is a Chinese car. I'm really super impressed with these guys. So yeah, Haval, good job guys. So if you're the DJ between your friends and you really love music, you have 8 speakers in this car and 2 of them are already on the doors.
So features, let's start with the dual screen. We have one instead of the instrument cluster, and you have a touch screen, a bigger one to control everything in the car. And that added to this very minimal design inside the Haval H6. It's so minimal that I find it as a problem. There's no buttons here to control the AC temperature or fan speed. Every time you have to do that from the screen, but at least Haval thought of that and gave you a small widget here on the side so you can control fan speed and temperature directly. For other controls, you have to definitely go inside the menu and do any other controls. But that added to the beautiful minimal design of the cabin. And of course, from the screen, you control everything and every functionality of the car. You have Bluetooth, definitely. We don't have built-in navigation because who needs it really? You have Apple CarPlay, so you can run Google Maps, any other, navigation app that you like, Waze, whatever. And we also have blind spot monitoring and the 360 camera around the car that you can switch and move and switch between every camera around the car to help you park it, get out of tight spots, whatever. And then add to that, we have a wireless charger and an electric parking brake with auto hold function.
One of the things that I really like about cars is the panoramic roof. So there's 2 buttons. The first one is to open the sun cover slider. If you keep on pressing it, it's going to be manually opened, or just a press of a button, it's going to automatically open. It's a little bit long, sorry for that. And the second one is the full window. So one of the most important features in the car is the safety. So you have 6 airbags, 1 in the steering wheel, 1 on the dashboard and the passenger seat, of course the front seats and the back seat, so you're good to go. And another safety feature in the car, which is the collision warning and auto braking system, which is really helpful.
And now for the most important feature for me in the Haval H6. Remember, this is an 89,900 dirham car and it has fully automated driving. Yes, we have adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist that when you turn them both, you get fully automated driving, not just on highways, but on smaller roads with bends as well. Let me go around this roundabout and I'll turn it back on and show you how it works. Set it on, now detects the lane, and as you can see, I'm doing nothing, practically nothing. The car is driving itself. It reminds me every time with this beep to put my hand on the steering wheel just to make sure the driver is awake. And the system not just detects the cars in front of you, but it detects the different cars besides you and the sizes of these cars. If it's a truck, if it's a small bike, if it's another sedan, SUV, etc. You know what I'm talking about. And the most important thing, that this feature isn't just in the Haval, it works perfectly as well. It's as good as any other system I've tested in much more expensive cars. It's as good as those systems you get in BMWs, Audis, Mercedes. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. It is that good.
Of course, now since it's a small engine, it's a 2-liter turbo, you would say, oh, maybe it doesn't have enough torque or enough power. But when I put it on sport mode and I just press on the pedal, it goes. It's not bad at all. But just the moment I want to just relax, just take it easy on myself, I just put it on normal mode again, and I'm just cruising with all calmness. Of course, The cabin noise is very low in the car. It's super nice. The suspension, it's very comfortable. It's not a Mercedes S-Class comfortable. It's just very good for the price range of this car. I mean, you barely feel the small bumps on the roads, and with the seats, it's just amazingly comfortable. So yeah, great job, Haval.
And now I'm going to show you a feature. Remember, this car is 89,900 dirhams including tax, which is the automated parking. All I have to do is turn it on from here. Then I'm in an empty parking lot. There's no other cars. The car tells me to switch to D and start driving slowly. Now the car is looking for a parking spot, and it actually sees every parking spot that is available. It tells me to choose from, 2 parking spots. I'm gonna choose the second one, turn the automatic parking on, and then release everything. And the car is gonna do everything by itself, and it's gonna perfectly park in that parking spot in the middle of the 2 lines. As you can see, it's switching gears as well, controlling the steering wheel, controlling the braking, the fuel pedal, and now it's trying to park. It's close to one of the lines. It switches to D, moves forward to make sure the car is actually aligned in the middle of the parking spot. And here we go. We're just reversing exactly in the middle. Perfect. It switched to P on the gear, and we're done. Perfectly parked, and now you're ready to switch off the car, go for your shopping and whatever.
So guys, I think some of you would say I'm really praising this car, but guys, like seriously, I was not a fan of Chinese cars. Actually, I used to hate Chinese cars because of their reliability and just their stereotypes, But I've driven 2 Chinese cars so far, and this is the second. Honestly, a day and a half in this Haval, the options, the driving modes, just the way it conducts itself, the car is really good. And I was surprised. Those moments when you hate something and all of a sudden when you just try it, experience it, and you see like it's a total different experience. You just sit there and you're just like thinking like, wow, this is actually good. These were my emotions, and yeah, the car is beautiful. And guys, it's not a paid review, so this is coming from the heart.
Reliability, of course, it's a big factor when you're purchasing any car. While the Haval H6, with all of these features, drive modes, safety, comfort, it comes at 89,900 dirhams here in the UAE. And for those people who love reliability, it's coming with a 5-year warranty and 100,000 kilometers, plus a 3-year service contract. At least that would push you to go and test drive the Haval H6, if not buy one. Thank you, and see you in another review very soon.